Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for August the 21st. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and after that, I'll be pulling one card for each sign, and then we'll look at how those energies are working together as we work our way through. So, overall energy for the day is, what do we have? Two of Swords in reverse. This would be talking about the idea of some type of indecision showing up throughout the day. So let's see how that's going to be impacting each sign. All right, Aries. Ace of Swords. So you've got some kind of new idea. You've got some kind of new idea or an epiphany that comes into you today, something that's basically a new understanding. When it comes in, I think you're looking at it as one particular angle. And then I think you're realizing that it makes puzzle pieces fit in a lot of different ways in your life. So it's interesting that we have this new epiphany coming up on a day when we see some kind of indecision. I think whatever this new epiphany is for you does make you sort of question things that are around you and puts you in a point where you're sort of at a crossroads, I think, with how you want to move forward. Next up, we're looking at Taurus. Taurus, we have the Ten of Swords showing up for you. What do we have? What do we have? We like this, actually. This talks about some type of indecision that's been bothering you where you haven't been able to figure out what you actually want it moving forward. Now that's not bothering you. That problem is coming to an end. We like it when those kind of problems come to an end. Okay, so that was Taurus. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. Gemini's Eight of Wands showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that you've got some type of situation where you're feeling some indecision. You don't know which way to go because there's not a lot of communication coming in. You're not getting a lot of feedback from somebody else that would let what would be a good direction to go. So that lack of feedback is really leaving you in a little bit of a confused state. Looking at Cancer. Three of Swords showing up in reverse. There is some type of healing coming on here. This is telling me basically that you're feeling better about some person who's in your sphere of influence. But I think even with feeling better, you're still kind of confused about, do I want to let this relationship go back to how it used to be? Or do I want to just recognize that I'm feeling better and just let it stay status quo? So a little bit of indecision around that. Next thing that we're looking at is Leo. And so Leo, we've got the Four of Swords showing up here. What do we have? You're taking a little break. You're taking a little break. You're not doing everything that you would normally do today. And it's interesting because for you, Leos, it feels like the sense of indecision that's in the overall energy is what leads to you taking a break. But taking a break also leads to more sense of confusion. So there's a little bit of a feedback loop happening there where confusion is leading to more confusion, even with some downtime there. All right, next up we're looking at Virgo. Virgo. Page of Pentacles in reverse, along with confusion in the overall energy. So Virgos, it looks to me like you're getting some kind of bad news about money or about material goods, but there is some confusion about this. And I think for some of you, when this confusion is cleared up, this bad news is going to be something that was not actually valid to start with. For others of you, you may need to clarify why this is actually going on. But I do think you're going to clear up this confusion. You're going to find out definitely what's going on. And if this news is really your news or if it's somebody else's, basically. All right, so that was Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. So Libras, we have the World card coming up in reverse. This is telling me that you've achieved some type of accomplishment, goal, target, something that you were shooting for. And once you got there, you were realizing that it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. It's not what you thought it was. And this is what's actually leading to confusion for you today, Libras. This is making you sort of question and go back to the drawing board about what you really want to do now. Next up, looking at Scorpio. Scorpio, Magician card showing up in reverse with the Two of Swords also in reverse. So Magician in reverse just means that we are going through all the motions that we think it would take to manifest what we want to manifest, but still not necessarily happening, and we're kind of confused about that. Big heads up here, when we've got the Magician in reverse, we're doing everything we need to do, but we're not asking Spirit to be involved in creating whatever it is we want to create or manifest. So it's a good time to get Spirit involved so that we can start creating what we want to. All right, next up is Sagittarius. Actually, let's just move these out of the way. So, Sagittarius, Six of Swords coming up here. I like it, I like it, I like it. This just tells me, with the overall energy being confusion, that you're moving away from confusion. You're moving away from drama. You're moving away from chaos. You may not know exactly where you're going yet, but you know you're headed towards more peace than what you've had lately in your life. Capricorn, let's see what you have. Eight of Pentacles showing up here. So this is interesting. This tells me that there's some kind of confusion going on that has to do with work. All right, so this can be work where you work for somebody else. This could be work around the home or volunteer work, but some type of work. There's some confusion around this today. This would be really interesting. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure you know exactly what people are expecting of you, very specifically, and try to avoid that confusion if you can. All right. So who was that? That was Capricorn, Sag Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, you guys have the Emperor showing up in reverse here. This is my total narcissistic type of card, or strong narcissistic type tendencies. And we've got the Two of Swords in the overall. With those two combined, I think you're going to have a pretty confusing day. And I think your narcissistic type character, whether it's a male or a female, could be either one, is going to be contributing to or magnifying that confusion by doing their normal narcissistic type of stuff. All right, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, Page of Cups coming up here. Pisces, I think that somebody is letting you know how they feel about them. And with this Two of Swords, I don't think you were expecting this. I think this left you feeling a little bit confused whenever they did. That's what I've got for everybody. Have a great day. Peace out.